Yo, what's up, YouTube? So yeah, we have another one. Um, looks like devs versus players mentality. Looks like this is gonna be an interesting video. Cause this is basically what it looks like to be going on. Because just 6 months ago the game was just doing so well, and everyone, but on almost every update, you know, everyone was like, "Hey, it looks like we're going in the wrong direction." And all of a sudden, now we're here now, going back and forth over flamethrowers and things like, things of that nature. So, what we're gonna do is after this video, we're gonna watch this one here from 6 months ago, and just look at how better the gameplay was, just in that
You
span
may
of
refer
time.
to me as his oracleness, his 100% always omnipotent correctedness, or simply as foresighted Lord and Master of the Bridge God, if you so choose now, as about 5 months ago I made this video, Developers versus Players, stating that the greatest threat to Helldivers 2 was the developers versus players mentality. Beyond banning people for not liking furries. Granted, I didn't see that one coming. That was a shock even to me. But now that Helldivers 2 has reached mixed reviews yet again, which hasn't quite reached the height of the Sony boycott, mind you, but still, it is rather significant, and the new massive wave of nerfs have washed over the fire weapons, well, I think we can all confidently say that Archer's take has yet again aged extraordinarily well, as Helldivers 2 concurrent players has fallen quite a bit. Now, to be fair, 30,000 concurrents is still absolutely amazing for virtually every single game. And this is like half a year after release.
Kinda.
This is
Kinda. I would say more up to, I say anything over, well, yeah, 30,000 concurrent players. I guess is good because as of right now on Ark Survival Evolved, they have maybe 15,000, which is just horrible. That's, you know, like compared. So let's compare this. So Helldivers 2, 30,000 concurrent players compared to Ark Survival Ascended, 15,000 players. And 15,000 players is horrible. That means your game is going downhill. Sorry about that. That means your game is almost off the market, unplayable. I mean, not unplayable, but you know, it just means that people are not playing your game. And let's just say if tomorrow, if 5,000 people don't log in and you only have 10,000 players, like that, so yeah, let's get back into the video.
nothing to be ashamed of whatsoever, but look at this. There was like almost 500,000 people playing initially, and now we're back to like 30,000 with a brief bump there with the release of the new mechanics, everybody checking them out, and now we're back on the way down yet again. The game is still absolutely healthy, relatively speaking, but compared to the height of it, like Helldivers 2 was a cultural phenomenon. It was one of the biggest game releases ever. Like, it was on a trajectory to rival the likes of Grand Theft Auto. Arrowhead Studios had a virtually unmissable victory here on their hands. They could have dictated terms to virtually anyone they wanted here. This was a success the likes of which to create legacies from, entire franchises. This was the kind of absolute meteoric rise to power that by all rights should have spawned movies and television shows. And instead, we're here. And why?
I'll tell you why. It's all about ego. it's a bunch of ego going on, and not just ego. You know, the devs have their vision of the game, and they seem to want it to be like more realistic. Even though it's not a realistic setting, they want it to be like more of a realistic feel of the game as far as the mechanics go, which I like actually. But you know, like, see, balance is not a big issue for me. I don't really care about, because I know one thing. I know that if you just 100% balance a game, that means that game has only one way you can play it, and if you try and play it any other way, guess what? You're gonna have a bad day. So that's why I really don't too much push on balance. Because it's not always a good thing. And I think that this is what we're seeing here. This is one of those things where they're trying to like get that 100% balance, and it's just not working out, because a 100% balanced game is not fun.
Why are we here? Well, for this exact reason. The Helldivers 2 developers could not get over themselves for two main reasons. The one is the balance changes. See, it's very easy to understand what players actually want out of a game like Helldivers 2, which is being told to the developers again and again. What Helldivers want is to go down to a planet, kill an assload of bugs, feel like they're fighting against an overwhelming horde with whatever weapons they choose, mind you, as well. They want to bring whatever they want, whatever artillery barrages, whatever mechs you want. You have an X amount of slot, okay, fill them with whatever. An absolute unleashed devastation upon the enemy. They want to call down artillery barrage and get like 30 kills. That's what people want. And at the end of the day, they want to go back into orbit and be showered with reward, as you got 500 million kills. Ding, 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 ding. Look at all the cool shit you got. It's really rather simple. But instead, what the developers want.
Yeah, see, that would just make the game boring. You can just go down the planet and just speed run it and be done and get all of the rewards. No, like, I want a challenge. I don't want to just drop down and then I'll be able to just run through things. And I don't like that. I don't like it. That's why I kind of agree with this update, but and then I don't, because like, why do all of the weapons in for a nerf? Maybe only one weapon works now, and I kind of don't agree with that. And as far as the flamethrower, I think they should put the flamethrower back as it was before, because it just worked, and now it just doesn't work. But let's get back into the video.
Wanted. Oh, you need to struggle more. Oh, we don't want you to have it easy. Oh, we want to give you more big, tough enemies that you can't kill. Oh, we want to force you to do positioning stuff and nonsense. It's just not as satisfying. What do you want to do? If you really want a more difficult experience, instead of having bigger and more annoying enemies to deal with that might require very specific weaponry or loadouts or positioning, just add in more enemies, add in more little bugs, make the player feel as if they're being overwhelmed, as if they're desperately hunting for ammunition every moment, make them consider bringing more ammo drops instead of the artillery, if anything. Because at the end of the day, all the player wants is to hold down the trigger finger and kill stuff. That is the entire nexus of the video game. And continuously nerfing stuff in a PvE game will do absolutely nothing but foster this developer versus players mentality. And here's the thing too, the players will always win. Whenever you think you've gone like, oh, we've fixed this weapon, now they can no longer abuse it, they're just going to move on to the next weapon to abuse. Whenever you fix that, they're going to move on to the next weapon to abuse.
Yeah, that is 100% true. The player will always win, because the player is the point of the game. I mean, once you lose that focus of what is the point of making this game, you have lost the game pretty much. You have no game. Without the player, there is no game. Just it's like that saying, like if no one is in the forest, but there's a tree fall in the forest, but no one's around to hear it, did a tree fall in the forest? And if you build a video game and no one is there to play it, did you really build a game? Like, it's pretty much almost the same thing, like, Sky is hitting on some good points. We might go ahead and just finish this video here. Let's see what else he has to say.
Min-max or number crunch it to the point where they will break virtually every single item you've made unless you nerf them all into the ground. And this comes after developers promised to stop doing this nonsense as well. You've just got to allow people to have fun with their video game. That was all you needed to do. And hey, again, you've still got a slam dunk success on your hand here, no doubt about it, but already you're beginning to see the malicious rumors. For example, the rumor going around, the conspiracy theory now is that, they release a new battle pass style thing with fire-based weaponry as the main theme, and then they nerf flame weapons. Could it be that the ones in the new update are actually better? Could it be that they're trying to force us back into the game to grind for it, now that they noticed where we liked flamethrowers? Could that be the case? Who knows? But the more you antagonize your players, the less goodwill you are going to be receiving. This is hardly rocket science. And again, I remember talking about this upon the game's first release, when they started doing just a couple of minor balance tweaks, like, why are you even bothering in a PvE game? Nobody is asking for this. If anything, just up the difficulty. The guns are too good.
Yeah,
all right,
that's true.
add in another difficulty level with twice the number of enemies. They still figure out some way to abuse it? All right, another difficulty level. Now we've added in twice the number of tough enemies as well. Or maybe we add in special spawns like uber big guys that comes in pairs, Titan.
Yeah, that's true. We see the overall of the video. And he does hit on some good points, like I was saying on one of my other videos. Why not just make the weapons have a DK stat, where the more you use that weapon, the more that weapon decays, and you have to switch weapons and use something different. You have to bring more weapons, you have to bring more care packages to call in, and get new weapons, or you have to get the materials to repair the weapons that you have. See, that would be a really great mechanic. It would just, that would be like the missing sauce of this entire update. That it would be better received if it was something like that, not just completely making it useless, and there's just like for no reason at all, just artificially making it useless for no reason. I don't know. But anyway, that's all for now. I just wanted to go ahead and watch this video with you guys, and kind of give my opinion on things in this situation. Like I said on my last video, I will be putting out updates as I see them. As I see things happening, I will be putting out more updates. So go ahead and subscribe, like the video. I might start me a Twitch and might start streaming, so just be looking out for that. I'm gonna put this guy's link in the description, so you can go ahead and check out the rest of the video if you'd like. I'm out.